Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter released on August 1st, 2022, and I'm a little late to the modding game on this set, and that's because I haven't really had my hands on it much recently. I kind of built it up for the first time and set it aside, and with it being set aside, I couldn't really get a good feel of what mods I needed to do to this set, but that's what I'm going to show you guys today. Here are a few mods you can do to improve your Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. Now let me quickly say, this set is pretty good. Most people are in agreement that this set is decent, but we were all pretty quick to notice the few flaws that this build had. So here's my version of Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, and immediately it might look pretty similar to some other ones you guys have seen in the community, but that's a perfect transition into the first thing we did to this set. The first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and head over to Rebrickable and do Ron Mcfaddy's mod. Their build uses no extra pieces, and it lowers the main chassis of the ship and makes the vehicle look a little bit sleeker to what it looks like in universe. The next mod we're doing is going to fix the biggest problem that this ship had. This horrific looking wing gap. I understand how the wing gap is there, what I don't understand is why. I believe LEGO could have used plenty of other connection methods to make the wings connect to the main body that would have eliminated this gap, or at least made it smaller. But I'm not going to complain too much because it's overall pretty easy to fix. All you're going to need is these 1x8 plates with rails. Flip over your Jedi Starfighter, and I believe I've done a little bit more modification to the underside to clear this first lane of studs on the wings. So once you've modified your wings to have this first lane of studs clear, you can just take your Technic rails and apply it on the bottom side of these white plates. Now you can flip it back over, and you've overall eliminated that entire gap. Now this ship is going to look a whole lot better, especially if you plan on displaying it at a flight angle like this. And just next to that filled in wing gap, we can go ahead and move on to the blasters, and we went ahead and replaced them with some pieces that look a little bit more accurate to what the blasters look like in universe. Now, if you want to be perfectly accurate, you're going to want to replace these two light gray pieces with some dark red ones. But I don't have those pieces in those colors, and I thought black was just a little bit too dark, so I opted for the light gray, and I think it looks really good. And the fourth, I think, and final mod is going to be modifying this cockpit space to give Obi-Wan just a little bit more room. If you did the first mod doing Ron Mcfaddy's alternate build using no extra pieces, you'll find that the cockpit comes off really easily now, and it's super simple to take your figures in and out. It will rattle just a little bit over time with play, but it isn't the worst because you can press it right down. Now you might not see too many differences immediately from an original Obi-Wan Starfighter cockpit, but if I go ahead and remove my figures, some of those might become more apparent. So obviously you can see that I modified Obi-Wan's chair to have one little sloped curved brick on there. I just wanted him to have some sort of backrest. It's not really necessary, I just like to add those things to make my minifigures a little bit more comfortable. But besides that, the biggest thing I did in here was moving these brackets that allow you to place these studs on the side, one more stud back. These L-shaped white brackets used to be one stud forward, and that made Obi-Wan's cockpit pretty congested and he didn't really have much room. So I went ahead and pushed that back a little bit, so now he has a little bit more arm space and he can lean back a little bit more. It does require a little bit of modification to these side structures that make up the cockpit here, but now you can see Obi-Wan has a whole lot more room around his arms and he can lean back much farther now. But he doesn't lean back too far that it looks like he can't see out of the cockpit. And that's pretty much a staple mod with me. You guys know I always modify my figures so they can see perfectly out of the windscreen, and this set is no different. And that just about covers everything that I did to Obi-Wan Starfighter. Let me know what you guys thought of these mods, and if you want me to make an alternate build with this set, I would certainly be interested. I'm not really too sure what I could make out of these pieces. There's not a whole lot of structural pieces. It would have to be a pretty flat build, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any mods or alternate builds that I post in the future. I upload a video every Tuesday. And as well, if you have any suggestions for any mods or alternate builds that you guys want me to do, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace, fellas.